Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm doing a walkthrough and first impressions of Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot by Avalon Cameron with artwork by Anna Torian. I've talked before on my channel about how I resisted getting this deck. My unicorn deck is Tarot of Echoes by Anna Torian. The indie deck was out of print before I even found out about the deck, and I've been waiting since January 2025 for it to be released mass market. When Bonestone came out mass market, I was being sulky about this deck coming out before Tarot of Echoes, so I resisted getting it, even though it has the artwork by Anna Torian that I love so much. I finally realized that I was being ridiculous. As much as I love Anna Torian's artwork, I have room for both decks in my collection. So I took a closer look at this deck and realized that I really wanted it. I ordered the deck based on the artwork, not knowing anything about Avalon Cameron. But I figured if Anna Torian chose to collaborate with her, she must be good. Then I got the deck in. My first thought was, wow, this is a heavy box. When I opened the box, I saw why. This guidebook is massive. It's 383 pages. I started thumbing through it, and I saw right away that this deck is going to be a lot more than I had expected. I was intrigued as soon as I read that the deck is Bonestone, and the guidebook is Earthflesh. How cool is that? Then I started reading some of Avalon's writing, and I was swept away by the magic of it. My original plan was to use the deck for a while and then film a walkthrough and review. But as soon as I realized how special it is, I knew that I wanted to spend a lot of time with it and then do a deep dive video. So for now, I'm doing a walkthrough of the deck and the book. After I've spent a good amount of time with them, I'll film a deep dive. I'm going to start with the guidebook. It has table of contents, some beautiful writing at the beginning, a foreword by Benable Wynn, which is cool, preface by Avalon Cameron, and then it gets into the writing, and it is beautiful writing. I'll get more into that when I do the deep dive. Here, the deck is Bonestone, the book is called Earthflesh. There is astrological correspondence with the signs and the planets, and then how to use this information. Then there's numerology with the different life path number, expression number, soul urge number, and on. And then how to use those. Then it tells you how you can build a relationship with the deck, and journaling, path working, suggestions, a ritual, and then a few spreads. Then we get into the descriptions of the cards, and this is where the magic is. I had seen in preview videos that each card has a name or a title above the card name, and I wasn't really sure how those were going to be tied in, but now I know. There's a little paragraph here, just an overview of the card, then how to use the card in a reading, reversals if you read reversals. Then there is a narrative for each card that explains that other title. Here it explains what Junko is. Then you have your astrological and numerology correspondences, and then 4 journal prompts. I flipped ahead to see how it was laid out for the minor arcana, and they have the same information, which I think is fantastic. It has in a reading the reversal, It also has a keyword on this one, or a phrase above the name of the card for the Ace of Cups. This is the Super Blood Moon Eclipse. It has the narrative explaining why that's the title on there, the correspondences, and the same 4 journal prompts. As someone who loves to write, I think it's just fantastic that they included 4 journal prompts, not just for the majors, but also for the minors. I cannot wait to delve into this book further and the deck. But this is way more than I expected, and I'm thrilled about it. Okay, let's do a flip through of the cards. Here are the backs. This is my first Blue Angel deck, I believe. I don't think I have any others. I was going to check to see and forgot to do that, but I don't think I have any other Blue Angel decks. This one, I'm very pleased with the cardstock. It's a little thick, but it's very bendy, so I think I will be able to shuffle this. I haven't tried yet because I was keeping it in order for the walkthrough, but it feels like it's going to be manageable, even for my small hands. I love these backs. Now let's look at the cards. Here's the first one. The Fool. I'm not going to try to pronounce all of these titles. I'll pronounce the ones that I can. This one is Junko. Then we have the Magician, the gray one. I believe I read that the face on this Magician is based on Avalon Cameron's father. It's a very warm, inviting face. And a beautiful card with all of the imagery you would want. Here's the first perfect example of Anna Torian's art. I love her use of color and her lines. This is the High Priestess. For the Empress, it's Lady of the Leaves. This card is amazing. I love how the Empress has become one with the tree, literally. And all of this bounty. It's a beautiful card. This is the Emperor. This is one of the ones I can't wait to dive into and read the guidebook entry about. I'm not even going to try to speculate on what's going on here, but I'm looking forward to finding out. For the Hierophant, it is Grandmother. I love this image for the Hierophant. It's perfect. The Lovers, Sky and Earth. It's a beautiful image. The Chariot, another one that I'm excited about reading the narrative. This just looks like pure Anna Torian to me, with the animals surrounding this woman, and she's sitting there in her strength. Beautiful. The Hermit is my favorite card, so this is a make and break card for me, and this is a make. I love this, the cave paintings with her torch, and she's gone into the cave for her introspection. For the Wheel of Fortune, the title is The Weavers, another one that I'm excited to learn more about. For Justice, the Warrior and the Veiled One. This was one that I saw before I received the deck and was excited about. The Hanged Man, Odin Allfather. Here's Odin hanging from the tree. There are runes here. This one, this death card, the Fallen Warrior. Temperance, the Hourglass. The Devil, simply titled The Devil. For the Tower, it's the mighty oak. This tree appears 3 times throughout the deck. First on the full, as the full is entering, and there's the universe inside the tree. Then here's that same tree being struck by lightning. That's a Tower moment. It'll appear again in the World card. A little foreshadowing there. For the Star, 2 eagles. There's a star bursting through with the eagle's head. The Moon and the Sun, the wild solar dance. Judgment, she who is unnamed. And our tree again in the world. Here's our full stepping back out after her journey through the major arcana. The Oak Guardian is the title. Then there is an extra card in this deck. The Bruxa. That's Portuguese for witch. I read that Avalon Cameron is of Brazilian ancestry, and that's a big part of her practice, being a Brazilian witch. So that's perfect as an extra card in the deck. It can be used as a significator or however you would like, but it is a beautiful card. The Ace of Swords has that feather that's on the back of the cards. It says quill. 2 of Swords, tell of the traveler. This is probably one of the most visceral, raw 3 of Swords I've ever seen. The Charred Heart. Four of Swords, battle-worn warrior. 5 of Swords. Peanut, I'm not sure what that narrative is going to be about, but we'll see when we get to the guidebook. Odessa, 6 of Swords. It's a beautiful depiction. Storm clouds, but there's the blue sky ahead. Seven of Swords, the Shadow Emissary. He's hiding his dagger behind his back. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords, the Beast. The stuff of nightmares. And 10 of Swords, Earthflesh. Wow. Okay. Page of Swords. Young Merlin the Apprentice. Studying here. It's a nice Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Athena. Queen of Swords. The Morrigan. Beautiful. And the King of Swords. King Arthur. Here's our Ace of Cups. The super blood moon eclipse. 2 of Cups. Kindred Spirits. Gorgeous card. I love that light where their heads meet. 3 of Cups. Cauldron Sisters. Perfect. Four of Cups. Keanu the fisherman with his boat full of fish, and yet he's looking longingly at the fish out in the ocean. This deck has its own unique art, but it does follow a system similar to the RWS so that you can understand what you are looking at. Five of Cups, the elephant who mourns. What an image. Oh, wow. At the elephant graveyard. Six of Cups, the farmer and his wife. This is so sweet. Look at his face. And he's carrying a little bouquet of wildflowers for his wife. So sweet. Seven of Cups, the charlatan. All of these wares to choose from that can distract you. Eight of Cups, Morgana. Nine of Cups, Peacock Queen and the Elixir of Life. 10 of Cups, the Lunar Cup. Oh, this is a beautiful Page of Cups. Kuan Yin. The water is one with the Page of Cups. So beautiful. Knight of Cups, Lady of the Lake. Queen of Cups. Not going to pronounce that, but looks like she's a mermaid. And the King of Cups is Poseidon. Ace of Wands, the Serpent Fire. Two of Wands, Flame Bud. Three of Wands, Scylla. Oh, that's beautiful. Four of Wands, the Blessing. Five of Wands, the Redwood Challenge competition. Six of Wands, the Sovereign Self. Perfect. Seven of Wands, the Blade Witch. Powerful image. Eight of Wands, Wild Horse. Perfect for the Eight of Wands. Watching wild horses run is just breathtaking. So much power and energy in their movement. Nine of Wands, the Green Woman. 10 of Wands, Digger. Wow. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands, Marie Laveau. Wow. That's an image. Knight of Wands, Sun God Ra. Ace of Pentacles, Mandrake Spirit and the Skull of the Old One. Two of Pentacles, the Rainbow Spider. Three of Pentacles, Sacred Stone. Four of Pentacles, the Lady of Jewels. Wow, that's a visceral image for Four of Pentacles. The stagnation, the hanging on to what you have. She's locked away behind this window with all of her jewelry, but she's turned into a skeleton, wasted away, hiding away her jewels. Wow. Five of Pentacles, the storm-swept family. It's a powerful image too. Six of Pentacles, feed the birds. I love that. I've talked a lot on this channel about how the birds in my backyard that come to my feeders bring me so much pleasure. I feed them and they just bring me joy. So it is definitely reciprocity for us. Seven of Pentacles, Oakley. Eight of Pentacles, the sacred smith, mastering her craft. Nine of Pentacles, the Lady of Flowers. It's beautiful. She is part of the rose. 10 of Pentacles, community. I love this. There's looks like a yurt in the background with some animals, and the stew pot, and the family. Community. Page of Pentacles, Dionysus. Knight of Pentacles, Lilith. Queen of Pentacles, Baba Yaga. And finally, King of Pentacles, the Green Man. I am so excited about working with this deck, and I am looking forward to sharing my deep dive with you once I've spent a good amount of time with it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please come back and see me again. Bye for now.